Well, hello and welcome back to Comedy Spot Lunch Break. It is 11:30ish. I have a lunch. Bada boom. I am here to talk to you. Thank you for being here. Hello, everybody. Uh, Evan just showed up. He is in charge of making sure that he holds the tally of when I have a lunch and don't have a lunch. I think I've been doing pretty good so far. Let's see. Facebook did not send out a notification. Oh, weird. It's saying that we're live. It says that we're streaming on the Facebook. Yeah, it's all right. You know, technology. Oh, you were watching Grease? And then, I got to stop watching Grease for a second and go see what Brian's eating. That's what went through your mind. Hello. It's good to see everyone. I'm super hungry today. In fact, I splurged. First of all, I've been getting a bigger salad, but it seems like that bigger salad was just full with a gratuitous amount of lettuce. And so, I mean, I would eat the whole thing and there'd still be a pile of lettuce left. So I was like, maybe I can help the world and myself by not getting all the lettuce and then throwing it away. Also, I looked at this smaller one and I was like, there's no tomatoes. And if you know one thing, by watching this every week, I hate tomatoes. But then as I was digging into the salad to assemble it, because it came in little crates, I found these little beauties. So I've decided to leave them in the crate and not touch them again. Hey, y'all. Kendra's on here. Beck is on here. Oh, yeah. So last week I was not here because I was driving back from, you skipped last week. I know. So last week I was driving back from Disneyland and, but I did have lunch in the car. I don't know if that helps anything, but I couldn't do the show. Yeah, I thought there was no tomatoes. I was really happy about this, and that just didn't happen. That's okay. Yeah, so we were at, Migs and I went to Disneyland. We drove back on Wednesday. And Disneyland was fantastic. Very stoked. It was great. It was really great. It was, my birthday was fantastic. I got 2 hats. You can see them right. They're kind of out of focus. But I've got the Monsters University and then the and then the Wilderness Explorers hat. So it was great. 1 week ago, we drove back. We spent Monday and Tuesday in the park. I had a wonderful time. I did all the things. Some of the things I did 3 times. It was great. It was really great. No, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I went on all the things we could possibly get on. So we did the Rise of the Resistance. We did the Smuggler's Run. What's the Millennium Falcon one? Where you get to be in different parts, engineer or a pilot or gunner. So that was sick. I did not get any water from Splash Mountain. It was still open, but we chose not to go on that because it was cold and we didn't want to spend the whole day wet, which in the summer, I can't wait to go back, but it was just too much. It was too much for January because, you get wet on that and then you have to have a plan. Like we're going to go to Splash Mountain. We're going to get wet. We're going to go back to the hotel. We're going to change clothes and come back to the park. And I don't like to waste time going back to the hotel. So that was off. But it was really great. It was really great. One of my favorite rides is Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout. Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout. And the storyline is that Rocket saves the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy who have been caught by the Collector. And so he has to break them out. And it's great. It's so glorious. It starts off in a little room where Rocket shows up as an animatronic and tells you his plan. And then as you're leaving, he like crawls across the bookshelf, and then he picks up Star-Lord's Walkman uh, out of this case, as he goes, it's just his arm. And then you go and you get on the ride, and the first thing you see as you pull away from this like gate is rockets in silhouette, and he like jacks the sound system into the Walkman, and then music starts to play, and you can do 6 different songs. There's like six different songs. It depends on what carriage you're in, and dude, it's just great. It's one of the greatest rides of all time. The first thing you do is you get catapulted all the way up to the top of this tower, and then it drops you back down. So at the top of this thing, your butt comes out of the seat about that much, and if you let your arms go, they do this. And it was great. I just giggled the whole time. The first time I went on it 3 times. The first time I went on it, there was a girl sitting next to me who had obviously never been on a ride and wasn't expecting anything. So as soon as we dropped the first time, she reaches out and grabs my arm, and she goes, "Sorry." And then we shoot back up and drop, and she grabs my arm again. She goes, "I'm sorry." Followed by 2 more times of that. It was super great. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Getting wet too fast ruins everything. I think you already called yourself out. But we know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, it wasn't cool. Like getting wet was just not in the plan. Okay, now it sounds dirty again. Splash Mountain's been closed. Everything. Yeah. Oh, that's sad, Kareem. Well, the good thing is eventually they're going to shut it down in Disneyland also. But when it comes back, it's going to come back as Tiana, and I think that's a really good. I think that's going to be a really good change for it. It updates it, and then the attraction won't be. Then the attraction won't be based on a problematic film that is super racist. So there's that. Don't know to take my kids. I will just show them this. Thanks for the Save Me Thousands. Yeah, Jason, if you like, I will recreate the entire ride for you if that will save you money going to Disneyland. It was just me and Miggs this time. It's a lot different than taking all the kids. And now all the kids includes Mackenzie's boyfriend Wyatt. So let's not do that again till next year. I started a Disneyland savings account so that I can afford to take the kids again next year. That's dumb. Let's see. Normally just sit out and people watch while Vince and yeah. So you should know this. Mignon hates that ride. She absolutely cannot stand the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. It makes her super sick. So I did not make her go on it this year. I have a funny story though. I might have talked to you about this in the past, but the first time we took the kids, they were super young. And I was like, "Do you want to go on this?" And they were like, "Yeah." But they were like kind of afraid. You could see it in their faces. And I was like, "You know what? This is kind of jarring the first time. I don't know if you want to go on it." They're like, "No, we want to go on it." So we took them on it. And flash forward, us getting off the ride, and this is all Guardians, and we get off, and they are crying. I mean, just sobbing. They are so afraid of this thing, and they hated it so much. Miggs is trying not to cry. And anyway, the kids are crying, but it's okay. They got over it. We went on a bunch of different rides that day, and they had forgotten about it. And then the next day, they wake up in the morning and they go, "We want to ride Guardians of the Galaxy again today." And I was like, "No, we don't. What? Why?" And they're like, "We don't want that ride to get the best of us." And I was like, "Well, if you really want to go, we will do it, but you don't have to prove anything. We don't have to go on this again." And quite frankly, I don't like it when they don't have a good time. You know, like I'm not having a good time if they're not having a good time. So I was okay with not doing it. It wasn't like me pushing them to get on this ride. so so we go on the ride, flash forward, getting off the ride, they are crying. The worst time. They were so afraid. I guess it got the better of them. But you know what? I give them props for trying. Don't run away. Don't run back to the comfort zone, right? Face the fear. Let's see. Dare I say that Disneyland is better without the kids? Not better, different. Um, it's really difficult to corral multiple people that, you know, like when I go to Disneyland, I'm like, we're gonna do this thing. I got a plan. We're gonna rip it up. Sure, my feet are hurting, but I'm an adult. I don't care. I wore sensible shoes. You know, like we're gonna make this thing work. And with the kids, especially when they were younger, you know, not so much this last time we went, but you know, they are tired. Their feet hurts. You know, like their legs are chafing. They're hungry. They're thirsty. They're mad that, you know, somebody touched, you know, like one of the other kids touched them. Don't touch me. Don't get near me. And so it's a lot of like, I mean, even when they're older, they still do that. So, so it was easier. But, oh, two things. The thing I lost without the kids is I like seeing them in this magical, happy, alternate reality, you know, where you don't have to worry about things for a few minutes and it's a story creator. Actually, I have three things I have to say. It's a story creator, and it's just it's fun. It's just fun, right? It's escaping reality, and so I miss that. But second thing, usually when I see them in the park as we go down Main Street for the first time, I start crying because I'm very grateful that however it came about, I'm able to afford to take my family to go and do special things like this, especially because, and I've talked about this before, I don't make a ton of money at the Comedy Spot. And so, you know, I'm very grateful that I was able to do this. And so I always get a little emotional. Like I get to do things, you know, my parents, my parents always took really good care of us. I'm very happy I'm able to take care of my kids. And so, so it makes me cry. Well, when we went to the park this time, I was going down the main drag, and I look up and I see the castle, and I just started weeping. So apparently, I don't need my kids there to start crying at Disneyland. It was ridiculous. And even Minaga's like, "Are you crying?" Yes. It was it is what it is. I guess I'm very happy to take my that I get to, I mean, Mignon set this all up, so it's very nice. Okay. Third thing. The last ride we rode was the Monsters Inc. ride, which if you have not been on it, it's really, I hate to use the word delightful, but it's delightful. It doesn't go fast. You're in a taxi, and you're basically driving through Monstropolis in a taxi through all the different scenes of the movie. And it is so cute and so detailed. There's even a scene where you go in. I don't know if you remember all the doors that they have, you know, at the factory, and there's all these doors swinging around. They have that. They have Randall getting hit by Boo with a club, and he changes colors just like he does in the movie, and you're like, "Well, he's so great." So then at the end, of course, you have I forget what they're called, the like government agency that comes in and supposed to corral kids when kids get into the monster world. Anyway, it's led by her name was just right here. It was led by somebody help me out. I'm not going to continue the story unless we figure this thing out. The lady that's in charge of this government agency. I'll take jabs at both. I can't remember. I don't want to Google it. So I'll read your comments until I figure it out. To be fair, you don't need much to cry. That is correct. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Uh, but I didn't think on my own I would cry. Actually, yeah, I did. I was trying to hold it back, to be honest with you. I was like, I don't need to cry every time I go to Disneyland, get on Main Street. And it was like, it just kind of, it was like, like the whole body, like a sob. It's fine. It's fine. So, I'm gonna look this up. I can't take it anymore. Anyway, it was really great. Hold on a second. Let's get rid of this in case you answer. Monsters Inc. Characters. Yeah, that's probably Roz. Damn it, Roz. Okay. So Roz is kind of the older lady with the glasses. She has a voice like, no, it's like a, okay, something like that. Okay. So she's at the end of the ride. Roz, see, Kendra got it. Roz is at the end of the Monsters Inc. ride, and she's got like a clipboard, and she goes, Don't forget, you're part of the witness relocation program now, something like that. And then Miggs and I are sitting in the back row of the car, and Roz goes, and you in the back row, young man, happy birthday. That's the reaction they got. They must have loved it because I was like, ah! I was so, I was so excited. I had a button on, and somehow they can trigger this response, and it was glorious. I was so happy. It literally, I went like this. What? It was great. Yeah. So if you go to Disneyland, I should do a whole, you know what? Why am I not making Disneyland content? This is ridiculous, right? I've missed my calling in life. I haven't missed it. I can still do it. But anyway, if you go to Disneyland and it's on your birthday, you can go up to any of the vendors, any of the stores, and they usually have a happy birthday pin. You ask them for it. They give it to you for free. It doesn't cost anything. You write your own name on it, and then you put it on and you walk around. And when when you're walking around the park, the cast members of the park will say, happy birthday. And it's awesome. You just feel very special. In fact, I'm going to do a birthday program at the Comedy Spot because we got this new wheel from Sarah Kohlbaum, and this is going to be the birthday wheel. I've decided. Besides, Allie Berta really wanted a wheel at the bar. I'm going to give her a wheel at the bar. Yeah, I'm too busy enjoying myself to make content. That's the thing. You start turning into content, and it becomes a thing you have to do instead of a thing you want to do. But I'd be okay because it would give me an excuse to go to Disney. If my content could pay for my Disney addiction, that might be a good thing. Might be a good thing. I have tons of video. I mean, like, tons of video. Let's see. They have the buttons on Main Street. They have them for several occasions. Oh, you got one for your 20th anniversary. Yeah, I saw someone. Oh, they have a first time at the park button, which I thought was really good. I like to keep my fun times and my work times separate. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. Do you listen to Window into the Magic podcast? I don't, but I will look into it. I know Mackenzie has a podcast that she's been listening to forever that sounds along those lines. I'll ask her if that's it. Okay, I'm going to take a bite. Don't look. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I don't like I don't, I don't dislike it, but I don't love the dressing on here. It's just a Cobb salad. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm hungry, so it's delicious. Happy to see you, Shirley. Nice to see you. Oh, this is. I don't know if Annette's on here. Isn't it on here? Let's see. That reminds me. Okay, I just want to pull that up. Annette sent me this super nice birthday card, and I was delighted to get it in the mail just yesterday. I went and got the mail. It's up here. Boom. I gotta clean my cubbies here. They're all dusty. It's nice to see you, Shirley. I'm glad you're here. What do you ask about Gloria's announcement? What announcement? What's going on? Somebody clue me in. I just texted her the other day. She wanted to do something here, and I haven't cleared the date yet. I better get her going. Oh no. I shouldn't look at my phone. Shirley, you got to share. I'm like on pins and needles here waiting for you to let us know what's going on. All right. What else was I going to share? So many things have happened in the span of a week. Let's see. Kennedy just finished her first semester. Kennedy just finished her first semester in school, and so that means she only has like 5 months left of high school, and she's out of high school. That means I will have 2 kids out of high school. She turns 18 in May. I will technically have 2 adult children May 20th. Part of me is happy I got them this far. When they came out, especially Mackenzie, she was my first one. I actually whispered to her, I promise I will take good care of you. So, okay, let's see. That's what I'm talking about. Try some. I need a date so I can save up. Okay. Okay, so I will definitely reach out to Maria today, Maria Gloria, and I will make sure that we have this set up so that she can announce a date. Sound like a plan? Yeah, she wants to do something here at the Comedy Spot, like a meetup. Oh, what's happening? I hurt myself. It looks like somebody burned cigarettes on me. That's not funny. That's not funny. It just looks like somebody burned cigarettes on me. Mignon started smoking. Let's get off the subject. Let's see. Good for June. Not okay with it. Yeah, not even 40 yet. You have 2 adults. Yep, my babies turn 18 and 11. Oh my gosh. It's hard. I would love to see everybody too. This would make me very happy. So I will definitely get with Maria today so we can work shit out. There's an entire egg in here. One complete egg. This salad, it was only $6, but it should have gone for like 25, right? An egg. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Ian turned 16, which is crazy to me. So check this out. Mackenzie will be 21 in June. Kennedy will be 18 in May. And Ian will be 16 in March. Yeah, Corrine, we should definitely do something. If people are going to be here, that there's crossover, we should definitely have you guys do something live. It'd be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny to have you guys do it on stage, because then they would see that you only like have half costumes on, made out of like toilet paper and binder clips. Watching me eat vegetables should be a Comedy Spot show. That's gonna be my OnlyFans page. Brian eats vegetables. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you know what would be fun is I bet you there's an app that you can like text in and then it appear on like a computer, like I mean, besides live streaming, but I mean, I guess we could just do a live streaming. Yeah, that would be easier. Forget it. I take it back. I was thinking like a word cloud, like you text something, it comes up on a word cloud, like on a TV. But if we're doing a live stream from the stage, it would just be better to have it be what we currently use. I would love for you to come. That would be really super fun. That would be super fun. I think what we should do, I have an idea. I'm going to keep it to myself. Comedians on stage eating vegetables. Ooh. Other half of the egg. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Weird Strange Bazaar is coming up. That's going to be live streamed, so everybody will be able to watch that. Yeah, we were talking about Movie Libs doing a live show for, like if Maria Gloria does something here at the Comedy Spot, there's a crossover audience there, so could do both, which would be really fun. I'm drinking coffee with salad. Does nobody call that out at all? Mmm. 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 I went crazy. I got coffee and a salad. I don't even eat most days. Which is not far from the truth, you guys. I might eat a little breakfast and then eat dinner at night, but in between, my refrigerator is empty right now. Both Mignon and I have been super busy, and she went out of town. But this morning, there was no coffee in the house. And I was sad. It was very sad. But there's also no food. Like, our refrigerator is a food desert or a food tundra. And so thankfully, Mignon ordered groceries online last night. They're going to be delivered today. It's not her responsibility. I too buy groceries, but since like Thursday of last week, I got back home from our trip, and then we had our awards party this weekend on Sunday. You might have seen some of the pictures coming out. So just from Thursday to Sunday, it was just like, I got to catch up on everything. I got to do the awards. It was nuts. Thank you for calling me out. Yeah. Coffee and salad. I get my my roughage and oh, dude, it just seems like a combo that's gonna make me shit my pants later on. What'd you eat? Salad to loosen things up and a coffee to loosen things up. Let's see. There's only 6 of us on the cast and backline involved more than voting committee. Wait. What did I miss? Let me back up. Live streaming there's only. Yes, I agree. It's a really good show. It's very consistent. We ended up giving Movie Libs special recognition for 100 episodes, which is nobody else here has done 100 episodes of anything except for the Top 10 show, which has been around for a millennia. So, and then it is voted on by the community, and a lot of the community gets to be on different shows, whereas this has a cast. So it's very popular with you. In fact, I was thinking that we should have an audience vote, an audience award next year, and ask all the people who come to shows, all the people who watch online, what shows should win. So it'd be the People's Choice Awards. Anyway, I think it'd be really cool to have something like that next year. Who's part of the community? We didn't get to vote. So it's the internal community. It's all the performers, all the staff, board members, volunteers, stuff like that. But next year we should do, I don't want to call it People's Choice because that's obviously been done, but we should do some sort of audience choice award. I think that would be really cool. So, is Sarah still going to do top 10? So, as you may or may not know, Sarah and Jack are both moving to LA. The Humans Pick Award. I like it. I don't know why that sounds so cool. We might have to keep that. Anyway, Jack and Sarah are moving to LA, which I didn't know, and I didn't until just recently. So that explains why, before the end of the year, Sarah was kind of like, I don't know if we want to keep doing the show, but it makes sense that they were looking for places and stuff like that and weren't sure if they were going to move. So we haven't really talked about the show. It's a tomato in disguise. Gross. Yeah, excellent for them. Very happy for them. Are they getting married? You're going to have to message them. I'm not getting in the middle of that one. I want everybody to get married. So I would still like to do top 10, but honestly, I would like to grow an audience. So I want to put more into it if we keep doing it. And I don't know if Sarah would still be host or if I would just find somebody locally, but I think that would be like a local host. It's a little easier with a local host because then we can do live shows. Although we could splice in Sarah. I don't know where she's at. She might want some time just to be her own, do her own thing. But I am sad. I'm going to miss seeing them perform also, but I'm also happy for the next chapter. Yeah, they used to do the Big Show, which was always so much fun, which we never streamed, but it was a really, really good time. We need a series finale. Yeah, if we go out, then we're going to go out. We'll have a series finale. But honestly, I still would like to do it. I just want to... I don't know, to be honest, I do a lot of content that isn't seen by a lot of people. That's only because I don't commit to getting that content out the way I should. And so, because I don't think I think I'm a pretty charismatic guy. You know, like I refuse to blame myself yet that I'm the one that's not selling. Yeah, when there could be a day of reckoning. But I tend to believe that if I took this seriously, um, I think we could get more eyes on it, which would be a lot of fun. Why do I feel like Brian has a huge tally sheet of marriages and relationships? That's because I love it. You know, the funny thing is when people first come into the comedy spot, I go like, don't date people at the comedy spot. Because if you break up, then you still have to be around people at the comedy spot. And sometimes that goes really bad. People have stopped coming to the comedy spot because they stopped dating somebody that used to perform here. And I don't like that. But I do also like when people find their person, because it always makes me think, hey, if the comedy spot wasn't here, they probably would have never have met. Like Jack and Sarah may have never have met if they didn't have the comedy spot. You know, so that's cool. And yes, Kareem, people are going to hook up. That's the hard part. I try to warn them against it, but they still. Here's the thing: is you have a young, creative person, and they see another young, creative person, and they're like, "Oh, look at that young, creative person. Mm-hmm. Maybe these two young, creative people can slide next to each other and touch parts, and then there you go." Don't date at the comedy spot. Also, Brian, I love when people date at the comedy spot. Wait, there we go. Make up your mind. I am acknowledging that it makes no sense. Sacramento dating spot. No. So many power couples at the comedy spot. Yeah, dude. Like Jack and Sarah are fantastic, and Alex and Jenna are fantastic. Tessa and Grant. They're a power couple, but half of them doesn't perform at the comedy spot. It's Chris and Claire. I mean, Claire's a Sacramento Kings dancer, for cramming and cricket. Marco and Adrian. Thank you, Mel. I just saw Marco. Yeah, I am completely conflicted. Corrine and Charlie. Corrine's on here. I know for sure Corrine was like, Brian, hello. You never know when people are going to find their person. It's pretty amazing. It's true. Brian and Miggs. Yeah, dude, it's weird. Ugh. It's weird that I'm getting all gross. It's just weird because the people who come here are so different. Brian and Mel. Listen, that's not far off. Mel and I have known each other. Maybe we're brother, sister. No, I was going to say we're brother, sister power couple, but that's even weirder because I think we're more of a relationship power couple than a brother, sister power couple. So then when you say brother, sister power couple, then it gets gross. Evan and wait, never mind. Oh, that's right. You guys didn't meet at the comedy spot, but I think we caused a baby, which is just as good. Third cousins power couple. Me and Mel. Incesty. Yuck. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, like, that's the hard part, right? Like, that's why I say not to date people. Inevitably it happens. It's just that when it ends, you have to be professional enough to be able to exist in the same place. And I would even find that very difficult. We caused a baby. That's one of my favorite things. I like it when two people come together and then they have a baby, because then I'm like, that's a Comedy Spot baby. You have to. The middle name has to be comedy. Oh yeah, Joe and Casey. Joe and Casey would have never have met if it wasn't for the Comedy Spot. Like, Joe works in the theater, right? And Casey is a teacher, very ambitious. Joe's very ambitious, but in a different way, very creative. Those two would have never have met in a million years. And then they come to the Comedy Spot. Married. A new couple just started in the set, David and Sarah. I did not know that. Good gossip. I mean, it's not gossip. Good news. We all like it when two people come together. I'm sorry. Yeah. See these tomatoes in a cage? Tomatoes in a cage. Those are the same sounds Lacey and I use in our vows. Married. That's how I end every wedding that I officiate. You too. Married. Kiss the bride. It's all part of my ceremony. It's what you get in your ceremony package that you don't have to pay for. Oh, I just found a gross piece of lettuce. Oh, is it gross or is it that like purple lettuce? I think it's wilty. Trashed it just to make sure. Question, says Joey. Hit it. He's like, what the hell is this? I don't know. It's just I eat lunch during the day. Try to bring everybody up to speed on weird stuff at the Comedy Spot. The awards were great. We had a Comedy Spot. I am new to streaming. Good. I'm not new at it, but I'm not good at it. So Comedy Spot was the Comedy Spot awards party this year. So instead of having like a presentation like the Oscars, we had a mixture of like the Golden Globes and a house party. So everybody came in, there was food, there was music, you could meet, greet, hang out, talk to people, have fun. And then we would, we would give out awards, and then we would go back to dancing and eating and hanging out and drinking, and then we would do more awards and back and forth until we had like 3 award segments and just a whole night of hanging out, having fun, taking pictures, photo booth. It was really, really great. Really nailed it. A lot of that was Tina's idea this year. I told her last year, I was like, I want people to be able to get up and mingle. You know, like I love, because Marco usually does the awards. He's a great host, but I wanted more time for people to be able to hang out and play, and it just wasn't happening. So this year was really fun to kind of intersperse the awards with all the mingling and having fun. Joey, it is currently 12:19 p.m. Pacific Pacific Standard Time, Sacramento, California. There was toilet paper. Yeah, so when we first started doing awards, um, we were really poor and we didn't really have any money for decorations. But what we did have was toilet paper. So we took toilet paper rolls and then we put toilet paper over some of the walls, over the big beams that we have. We have really high ceilings. And we brought them together to make decorations. And they looked really hot. They looked really fantastic. And so ever since then, it's just a tradition that the decorations are always like these toilet bowls. We just stack toilet bowls. We shit and stack them. We take toilet paper, but we make it look really good and elegant, like as if it's a. We make it look really good and elegant, like it's a. I can't think of what it is, like a tapestry, like a. Somebody's better at words than I am, but it was really cool. It was a blast. Yeah, it was a good time. Tina is genius. Yes. Hey, whoa. She based it on what I had said a year ago, but that's fine. I feel like I come up with ideas. People do them and then they're like, that person's brilliant. Yo, just a little. No, she is the one that put the song list together. She put we were talking about this on the couch afterward. We were finally done. We got everything away. And I was like, do I get credit for the slideshow? She goes, no, the slideshow was my idea. And I was like, damn, I thought it was my idea. So yeah, slideshow was her idea. Intermittent awards was her idea, which was really cool. Having a Spotify playlist instead of a DJ just made things easier. It was really nice. Everybody had a really good time. Brian is the new popcorn timeline. For those of you who don't know popcorn, you could dial popcorn on your phone and it would tell you what time it is. I don't even know if it's still up. But you dial popcorn, it would tell you what time it is. So yeah, and it would sound like it was a computer voice. It wasn't like a dude just hanging out of his house. He wasn't answering. He wasn't like, hello, it is currently 12:22 p.m. It was just a computer voice. So for Joey, the time is 12:22 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Sacramento, California. Joey is Central Time. That's cool. Trying to get comfortable for live streaming. Joey's doing a Facebook convention. Oh, that's a streaming convention this weekend. That's fantastic. Thank you for the help. Yeah, I'm glad like I said, I don't know much, but I do know my date and time. I'm glad I could 2:22 there. Yeah, it's weird because we have people all the way on the in Florida. And so it's three hours ahead. Where's Nicole? Nicole could sell this for us right now. Oh yeah, after the beep, the time will be 12:23 p.m. Boop. Did you have to call back or would it just keep looping? Like, shit, I gotta call back. I didn't hear what it was. So, Joey, I don't have a hotspot going. I am jacked into the internet, man. I have a high-speed internet connection that runs at 300 megabytes per second, and a moderately fast computer. But I will give you a hint. If you have an Apple computer, you should look into a streaming software called Ecamm. Ecamm. It is awesome. That would be my number one thing. Go to Ecamm and see what they have to offer because you can set up all your scenes so you can do stuff like this. All of a sudden a t-shirt pops up and you can show everybody that you sell t-shirts and they were designed by Sam Sellers. And you can tell everybody they're sponsors and I could be a little hole that Mel's holding. Or you could shrink me really, really small and I could be a small universe. Hi, I'm inside Mel's mouth. I'm in Mel's mouth. Can you see me? Um, but if you want any advice, you can email me at laugh@satcomedyspot.com, and I can tell you what not to do. Yeah, those t-shirts are sick. Is there a special software you need to connect your Stream Deck to your Mac? Yes. In fact, you just download it. The way I remember it, I haven't actually gotten a new Stream Deck anytime soon, but the way I remember it is you get the device, the Stream Deck, which looks like this. They have little buttons. You have little buttons that you can touch, and it gives you little preview pictures. Like this is the button we're on right now for this scene. But then if I want to go to the t-shirt scene, it's right here. I just push this button, and then we go to the push this button. Oh, now you're not going to work. I see. Oh, there we go. You push that button, you go there, and then back. But you just download the software from the old internet, from the web, and you'll be able to connect to Stream Deck. My new favorite t-shirt. Yeah, we said that. Mel says, this is a conversation for later. Bye. Let's see. Just got a call about my car. Need a new engine. Ugh. Sorry, Shirley. I will share this. Like, I feel your pain. Not an engine pain, but right before we went to Disneyland, I had to go get some new jeans. And so I went over to Target to get jeans. And when I came back, my car wouldn't start. It's like, all right, here we go. We're going on vacation. Of course, something's wrong. So before we left to drive to LA, I had the car towed to our mechanic. And it turns out that there was no oil in the car, which I just got an oil change in August. So I don't know why there was no oil in the car. But anyway, no light came up, no check engine, no nothing like that. It just died. Turns out I just got an oil change, and then I had to replace all the spark plugs and stuff like that. It didn't cost me as much as what an engine is, so I'm really, really sorry that that's the case. I hope that they can work something out for you. Everything else was Indian funerals. I didn't know that was a streaming thing that was popular. Yeah. Okay. All right, Kareen, you know what? Yeah, I get it. But, the little light didn't come on, and I don't remember things. And so you would think a light, isn't that what a light's for? Isn't that the oil light comes on, it's trying to get an oil change? What is it called? Maintenance light comes on. It's never not come on before. Now I guess it doesn't come on. And so I have to be responsible on my own, which is why I actually put a thing in my calendar to check my oil every month, but also to reach out to people that have moved. So like Sarah and Jack and stuff like that. So it'll be the check engine and check on people reminder in my calendar. Yeah, don't blame the victim, Cotton. Oh, did you guys know about this? Here's a new graphic. Starting this Friday, our new show time, I gotta choose a side, Brian. Our new show times are going to be 7:30 and 9 o'clock. 7:30 and 9 o'clock. So if you come to a show on a Friday or Saturday, start at 7:30. First show's at 7:30, second show's at 9. Gives you a little padding in between. We're going to start adding entertainment into those things, but it should be able to give you more time in between shows. And so we don't treat you like cattle when you come to a show. If you come to the first show and then we're like, get out! So that'll be good. Check on people's oil. I gotta check people's oil. My dealership calls me and nags me to get in. I'm so bad. I know. Yeah, nobody ever calls me. It's my fault. I felt like an idiot. But honestly, I don't think about that stuff. To me, what was funny is he goes, "You're out of oil." And I go, "That's impossible. I just got an oil change." In my mind, it had happened like a month ago. And then I look on I have a little book that I log, and it's 6 months. Really? So then I felt dumb. But I was still depending on that light. If you're just joining us, this is what happens. Every Wednesday at 11:30, I eat a lunch, and usually not a coffee with it, but today I did. And we just sit around and we just talk about stuff. Yeah, I have no memory. You guys, I wish I could show you like all the stuff that I have to do on a weekly basis. I have on a spreadsheet. And then as I do it, it's like complete. And every day is completely patterned out. And then things happen, and then I get off schedule, and then it's like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, have a good day, Dennis. When I was 16, I didn't know you were supposed to get oil changes, so I just kept adding oil. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alex, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have to have things on my calendar. What's really funny is a lot of the things I do are obviously Comedy Spot related, and Tina populates a lot of my calendar. So I just tell people wherever Tina sends me is where I'm going. So I just look in the morning. Oh, I see. I have a thing. I have a class. Hey, Joey, break a leg, man. Good luck to you. In my calendar, I have this logged as chit chats and chomping. Oh, that's a way better name. That's a way better name. That is a really good name. Chit chats and chomping. God, zooks. All right, man, Joey. Good luck. We'll see you next time. Okay. Every Wednesday at 11:30. If you want to come in and talk about nothing. You know what? I should probably start to wind this down because I have just files of things I have to do. That's just a prop. Mom, files. No, I do have lots of stuff to do. That's cool. So I'm gonna get on it. The sound is a little out of sync. That might be your stuff because I think. Yeah, looks like I'm good. I'm perfect. Maybe a little bit. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you doing that. Oh yeah, I should say, Trash Movie Improv is 7:30 this Friday, and Pitch Please is on Saturday. If you're in town, you could check those out. Set a timer set a timer for this show, but also set a timer for Pitch Please and for Trash Movie Improv. Let's see. I still like way to blame the victim bottom. Why'd you end up there? I have to write today. If you hear paper ripping from across the world, it's just me. Homework or is this just you writing? Because I have to write State of Frank. I'm making a date for this weekend. A date with myself. A date with my creative brain. You're writing a book. Yes! That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Good luck to you. Break a leg to Joey. I'll see all of you next week. And remember, bring topics you want to talk about. I'll try not to run my mouth the entire time. I just hit my fork and it went shooting across the studio. Oopsies. I'll see you all later on. Have a good Wednesday. Bye.